So as you guys know, on my last video, I was showing you me rebuilding. It's at least about 1/4 of my deck. I'm rebuilding it, right? Because it has damaged over time. So I know there's no one in here at this moment. However, if you look at this later, you can still catch up on what I'm talking about. So I'm rebuilding part of my deck. This is all the wood so far that I have torn up, taken out with all fresh new wood. There's basically there basically was a point to where when I step on the deck, the wood just kind of, bounce a little. And it was real dry rotted. The wood was dry rotted. Let me show you what dry rotted wood looks like. Dry rotted wood looks like this. It looks like this. This is what it looks like. You can just kind of, that's what happened to my deck. Now, part of that is probably due to me. Um, and I just realized, guys, I know it's a Monday and a lot of you guys are at work. So if you're tuning in, I just want to say thank you for watching. But a lot of this, it comes from when I first bought the wood. I basically had it sitting in my garage for way too many months before I actually built the deck. So that's kind of what happened when it comes to that. Now, as far as this, what I did, as you can see, I tore out this much of the porch. And what I did, all the wood that was dry rotted and bad, I basically cut across. I cut it straight across until I got to the middle of it. And then, because that middle board was pretty damaged also. And then what I did also, I added on these boards right here. And this video for everybody who has problems with a porch, a deck, or any similar project, this is going to help you out a lot. You got to just trust me. It's going to help you out. You're going to see how I did this, and then you're going to see and realize that you can do the same project at home. A lot of people hiring people at home to do the same type of work, and they're going to charge you thousands of dollars when honestly you can just get out there and just do it yourself. It's really simple. It just takes some time. So I basically cut all that old wood out with a saw. I set a saw so it wouldn't go all the way through to these boards. I cut the length of this board. Basically, you can see these. You see these bolts right here? All I did was cut and add on a board and tied it into it. The reason I did that is because you see the porch? Well, I need this platform so the new wood can drill into. And there's going to be boards going across. I did the same over here. And I want to thank everybody that's watching. Again, I just put this in right here. I added in a piece of board on the back end of it. Why? Is because when I lay the new wood down, you see what I'm saying? I need something. It needs to drill into something. So that's the reason why I cut a piece of wood and put bolts in it. And therefore, that gives me a brand new platform so we can kind of go across. I think you guys starting to see. I think you're starting to see. Now let me show you what I did. I'm gonna give you a quick example of what it looks like when I'm cutting it. You see this? Well, I already just put a bolt over here. I put a bolt over there. Now I'm going to add one to the middle. So I use this. This is basically a 1/2 inch blade, right? And now obviously I already got the hole pre-drilled. And I'm using galvanized bolts. So all I'm doing is from the back, you put a washer in the front, and then you put the nut on it. And that's all I'm gonna do. You see that? It's really easy to do. And then, guess what? Guess what? I already got my wrenches. So what I'm gonna do with my wrenches, I'm gonna put one in the back, right? And then I'm gonna put a wrench in the front. Let me show you guys. I don't know if you can see this or not, but hopefully you can. One in the back, one in the front. Now, you might want to scoot any sharp utensil out of your way. And by the way, everybody keep giving me grief on, oh, where's your safety glasses? Where's your safety gloves? Guess what? I don't have them on. I got them, but I don't have them on. So don't worry about it, guys. Remember, if you're doing any type of cutting and wood is flying all over the place, just put on your safety gear. And for the people that's not using safety gear, ignore that part of the video and just listen to what they're saying about the project itself. Okay? All right, thank you. All right. That's it. Did you just see that? You see what I just did? Now, and that's how we do that. That's how we do that. All right, everybody. Well, I was just giving you a quick update on what's going on. Oh, yeah. I want to show you this really quick. So this wood right here in the middle joints, like out of all pieces of this deck, the middle, the very front of this wood is dry rotted. I would have to literally tear the whole deck apart just to fix that. That's impossible to do. So I can't do that. Guess what I did? You see this board? And you see this board? I basically cut a piece of wood, put one on this side, and guess what I did? Put bolts through it. And I put a piece on this side and put a bolt through it. You see? Now you asking, why did I do that? I'm glad you just asked that, because I'm going to show you why I did that. Because when I put the new piece of wood on the front of this porch, by the way, this is where the steps was at. Steps will be right here again in the next video. Or in one of these videos. I don't know about the next one, but in one of them. So let me show you. Remember, we're talking about this wood. The wood is dry rotted. And it's in the middle of the deck. I can't take and replace this wood without tearing apart the whole deck. And I'm not going to do that. That's an impossible job. What I did, I improvised. I got a nice fresh piece of wood on this side and a nice fresh piece of wood on this side. And I drilled a hole in it and put an 8-inch bolt through it. So therefore, when I put this wood on the front of this deck, let me show you. You see what I'm saying? There's going to be a board coming, going straight across the front. And guess what? Now I can drill into this. I can't drill into this dry rotted wood, but I can drill into the brand new wood that's there. You see? And even when the wood comes across the top, even when the wood comes across the top, it's going to, it's got some real support. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at these projects. The projects. Let me look at these comments real quick. Roll 69. You'll put your eye out, kid. Roll 69. You put your eye out, kid. I'm probably older than you. And you right. Safety first. So ignore the part of, listen, I know, and this sounds crazy. I'm saying ignore. Let me show you my saw set up. Yeah, I had this all set up. So yeah, that part. You put your eye out, kid, but yeah, I'm not gonna put my eye out. And I'm probably older than you. Who is this? Chucky D. Good morning. Woodworking. Absolutely. I'm working on a deck and it needs to be done because I'm being harassed by the code enforcers over here. Rest in peace. Rip that riding wood out. I did like the wood that was the dry rotted wood that was all over on the other part of the deck. That's what I did. But the piece that you see in the middle, honestly, is very hard to do. What I am going to do is probably spray some pruning spray or something on it just to stop any further moisture from getting to it. So I'm going to do something like that. But there's no way to rip it out of the middle of it without the deck losing full support toward the middle because let me move this. Because those two pieces of wood is going straight down. That is literally the heart, the support of the whole deck. So there's no way. But I do understand. I trust me, I considered a whole different methods of doing that. That won't pass code. And why won't it pass code? It will. When I finish with this, it will pass. Because again, I will take care. You won't even see that dry rotted wood right there anyway when I get done putting the front of the board in there. The deck was already, you gotta think, guys, I wish I can put a picture in here. The deck was already built up to perfection and I passed and did all that whole thing. The wood just kind of dry rotted over time and part of my deck was falling apart. So that's why I'm redoing that part. But I appreciate that though. You got to get some help. You know what? I thought about getting help, but once you cut out the wood that's giving you the issues, really the rest of building it back up is the easy part because it's just a matter of measuring and cutting at that point. It's a hack all construction. You got to. There's always gonna be little hacks and stuff you could see and do. Appreciate it though, Knives. Knives are life. That's funny. Knives are life. God, I appreciate it. God bless you too. English or Spanish? English, my friend. I do speak English. The only Spanish word I know is the number one is uno. Or maybe that's hello. Anyway. I don't know what that means. You were thick as hickey. I'm not sure what that means either. Anyway, everybody, I was just giving a quick update on this deck project. I'm going to come back with other videos, and if you didn't look at the last video, maybe you can look at that to see where the progress. That's the trash truck. So anyway, maybe you catch up on the last project, the last video, but I will update you in the next video. All right, everybody. Talk to you in the next one. Peace.